Good day, welcome to another HL7 tutorial video. Today we're going to be going over the core HL7 listener and how effective with version 3.5 you can create a secure, encrypted TCP/IP listener to receive HL7 messages. A little housekeeping. I'm not going to read through this whole badge that I have here, this splash screen, but you should pause the video and read through it. It goes over what is a TCP/IP listener, what is a HL7 TCP/IP listener, what is a secure encrypted TCP/IP listener, and what are the differences between them all. It is important. So let's get into it. In the core listener, if you're a client of ours, you're familiar with this. If not, go to our website, TransWorldScribe.com, download it, and play with it. As you're looking through your different listener profiles, you can tell if it is an SSL secure listener. This badge will appear. So this isn't a secure listener. This one is not. It's an HL7 standard, HL7 standard, secure, standard, etc. If you see this badge, you can click on it and it'll show you a report of the X509 certificate that is being used to secure this listener. It'll have the expiration date, the TLS levels that it supports. Is it mutual TLS? We'll get into that by the end, etc. How did it work? Let's edit the profile to find out. I edit the profile. I can go to the SSL TLS settings. This is where you select your certificate and add your mutual TLS if you're doing it. But let's next create one. Let's take this one and turn it into a secure encrypted HL7 listener. I can make this listener a secure listener in about 10 seconds. I edit the profile, go to SSL TLS and say I want to secure this listener with a certificate. I choose the encryption level, take the defaults if you can, and I have two choices. I can use the default core listener certificate. This is a certificate that our software will create when you start it up for the first time, and it's perfectly valid. It's good for 10 years, etc. Or you can choose your own certificate from the Windows Store. Now, many of you will be familiar with this. This is a list of all the certificates that I have on my computer. For this example, I'm just going to use the default. I click OK, and that's it. It's done. This is now an SSL secured HL7 listener. Now, what does that mean? This is important. It means that after you've made your listener secure, no HL7 standard TCP/IP sender can send messages into it. Any HL7 senders that want to send HL7 to your new secure listener has to adhere to the worldwide TCP/IP standard, not the HL7 standard, for connecting to and sending secure encrypted data over TCP/IP. So how does that work? Let's run it and find out. I'm going to click Run to start my listener up locally. I start it. It tells me it's started on port 6101 and the SSL is enabled. Now if I bring up an HL7 sender, here is our core HL7 sender. This one is designed to go to that port. This is an HL7 standard sender. I'm going to run it. I know that there are two messages in there waiting to be sent, so I'm going to start this up. And it's going, but nope. It says it sent it. It did send it off into the ether, but it never got back an acknowledgement. And you're going to see it. There it is. Failed to send it. And that's because our secure listener refused to accept it. Now, if I hadn't stopped my sender, it would have continued trying to send those two messages forever to that secure listener, and it would never succeed. So let's fix it. I can edit my sender profile and say, okay, the target listener uses SSL. I can check this box. It says trust any listener certificate. Do that, and now it's a secure sender. So we'll run it again. Done. It sent the messages and got an HL7 acknowledgement back. So I stop my sender, I open the data folder, there they are. There's my 2 messages. And that's how easy that is. Now the last thing that we're going to go over in this video is two-way SSL. That's bidirectional SSL. When we set up our children's hospital and added a certificate to it, it became secure, but that's one way. That means the listener is the only part of the equation that has their certificate. With two-way SSL, the listener requires that the sender also have their own X509 certificate, which they send during this TLS handshake, i.e. that's opening the connection. Now the point of this is mutual identification. During this TLS handshake, the sender has the chance to validate the listener's certificate. Is it good? Is it the certificate the sender was expecting to connect to? Is it expired? This means that the HL7 sender can bail out if it's not satisfied. By enabling two-way SSL, your listener has the same opportunity, and it will reject any connection which does not present the correct expected sender X509 certificate. So let's see how that actually works. Now for demonstration purposes, I've already changed this Children's Hospital EMR listener to be bidirectional or two-way. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So this says require a sender certificate. Yes, I gave it a name and this thumbprint. So let's run this and watch what happens. Now if I go to my core sender, here, this does use an SSL connection, but it doesn't use two-way SSL. So what happens if I actually try to connect? I can click this ping and it will try to open a connection. It says, yes, there is a listener running. And now it'll try to do the secure connection, and that failed. And it tells you the connection rejected, probably a client certificate mismatch. And you get that, you can see it over here in the listener. So let's turn that on. So all I have to do is, in here is edit, this is the core HL7 sender. We'll do another video on this, but I come here and say who handles the encryption, say the HL7 listener requires my certificate as well. I go to the My Certificate, I can choose one from the store, or I can just use the default core sender certificate. Now, once I do this, I have to tell this listener, who is my trading partner, about my certificate so they know what to expect. What they really need is this value, the thumbprint. But a much easier way than doing this is to say just export the certificate's client public key information. You say yes, and what we do here is go to the desktop. There's Children's Hospital. It gives you a name, and it says, okay, save that. Asks you if you want to open the output folder, and what it created was 3 files. This is the certificate in its public form, which means it's safe to email. There's no password. There's also a text file that's human readable that you can send to your trading partner, and it's got the information that they should need if they want to import it. So now I go to my listener, which is running, and I stop it, and I say, okay, I need to edit this. This is how you do mutual TLS. You check this box, it says require the senders to also have a certificate, and then you can add or edit the allowed certificates. This is one that I added just for demonstration purposes. There's lots of ways you can do it. You can just put the thumbprint in. I'm going to do import a certificate thumbprint. So I do this, go to the desktop, to the Children's Hospital folder, and import this certificate. It did it, it named it, I save it. Now, if I run it, now there are 2. You can have as many client certificate thumbprints as you want. So now if I go to my core sender, save that, it says now it's a bidirectional connection. If I try to test it, it comes back, it says yes, there's a TCP IP listener. and now it'll try to do the secure connection. This time, it's true. It sees the connection is there, it got the listener. So now I can run it. And I put those 2 messages back, so there's 2 messages waiting to be sent. I start it, and it's done. It sent the messages. The listener received them. I stop the listener, open the data folder. Now there are 2 more messages. They're the 2 that I just sent. And that's how easy that is. And that's our video for today about how to create a core HL7 encrypted TCP/IP listener. Now we've endeavored to make this listener implementation as close as possible to an HL7 standard TCP/IP listener. This means that any HL7 sender software like Epic or Mirth or anything else that has implemented their own encrypted HL7 sender should be able to connect to this and send HL7 messages. If they can't, tell us about it. Go to the website, download the core listener, and play with it. You can also download the core sender, which definitely will work, and let us know the results. Anyway, consider giving this video a like, consider subscribing to our channel, it really helps, and good day.